Hello YouTube, I'm Zach, you're watching Zakdtv. Thanks for stopping in to your place for interesting news from around the net. In today's episode, we're going to look at an extinct animal that may not be extinct, a new breakthrough to help fight the Zika virus, a coffee that is so strong you need 1 cup a day, a cap that will help fight brain tumors, and the most extreme options package Toyota has ever offered. Remember, if you like what I do, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Well, let's get right into this. Let's start right off with the Tasmanian tiger. The last known example of this species was thought to have died off back in 1936. The Tasmanian tiger, well, it's not really a tiger. It looks more like a dog, but it's not a dog either. It's actually a marsupial, like kangaroos or koalas. It does have a pouch that carries its young in. The last known example of this species was named Benjamin. He was kept in the Hobart Zoo in Tasmania, and he did die because of neglect. He was locked out of his shelter in the sweltering heat, and he ended up passing away. Like I said, that was 1936. It took him 50 years to take him off the endangered species list and declare them actually extinct. Now, due to reliable sightings, scientists believe there still may be a population of these living in Australia. The odd part about that is they were thought to have been extinct in Australia over 2,000 years ago, hunted to death by the Aboriginal people. The only proof they have that they ever lived in Australia was fossil records. Researchers from James Cook University, led by researcher Sandra Abell, have decided to start putting up game cameras in an area. They won't tell you where the area is. They want to keep it classified to make sure nobody goes in there and poaches these animals. But they are going to put up game cameras to try to catch footage of these recently reported sightings. Sandra did say that every year there's a new type of vertebrate found in Australia. So it wouldn't be odd if a small population, would have been able to remain hidden for so long. I mean, scientists in general feel that there are thousands of undiscovered vertebrae out there that we don't know about yet because the Earth is a pretty big place and there's a lot of areas we just haven't explored yet. That number gets into the millions if you count spiders, insects, and all the different invertebrate out there. The biggest name to weigh in on this is Richard Dawkins. He's an evolutionary biologist, and he expressed his excitement on Twitter. To me, the best part of all this is, if they could find another example of this Tasmanian tiger, there's still hope there might be dodo out there too. My next story comes from the world of medical science, and it's about the Zika virus. The CDC says they are tracking about 300 pregnancies right now of women that are infected with the Zika virus in the United States alone. Zika has been confirmed in every state in the U.S. except Alaska and all of our territories. This disease is transmitted by mosquitoes as well as sexual contact, so it's really easy to spread around. The symptoms include rashes, fevers, conjunctivitis, which is pink eye, aches and pains, weakness in your muscles, stuff to that effect, a lot like the common flu. Women that are pregnant when they pick up Zika virus, their fetus can end up with something called microcephaly. It's not 100% of the time, but what it does is it causes smaller than normal skull growth in the fetus. Another thing that could spring up from this is called Guillain-Barré syndrome. Now, GBS is a situation where your immune system attacks the cells in your nervous system. It causes muscle weakness. It can cause weakness to the point where you can't breathe anymore, leading to death. Usually people get over it, they do get better, but it has been known to shut down your lungs, shut down your breathing ability. The good news is the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease is working on a vaccine. They are going into human testing right now, with the first subject being in Houston, Texas, was injected with the vaccine last week. They are looking for about 2,000 more test subjects. They're looking around Puerto Rico, Miami, the southern United States, and they want to get a big field of subjects, as big as they can, to test this new product. They are very confident that this will work, and if it does, while not to be considered safe by the FDA, they would give an emergency use of it to use it in South America for their upcoming mosquito season, which runs from December to February. So there is some hope for Brazil and whatnot that maybe we can get this disease under control. I really hope they can do something to fight this, because no child deserves to be born with a birth defect, especially if it's something we can vaccinate against. I'm going to go from medicine to the world of staying awake. If you like your coffee, or you just like caffeine in general, Black Insomnia Coffee Company has the brew for you. It contains 702 milligrams of caffeine in one 12-ounce cup. To put that into perspective, 12 ounces of Red Bull contain about 120 milligram. A strong cup of coffee weighs in around 300, and your average cup of coffee weighs in about 110 milligrams per 12-ounce serving. They achieve this by mixing 3 different beans, and they have their own proprietary roasting technique. Shaun, the owner of this company, said in an interview that if you want to stand out, you need to be the est. The biggest, the smartest, the strongest, or the cheapest. He shot for strongest. Now watch out with this. The FDA does recommend 400 milligrams per day. So at 702, you're almost doubling the recommended daily intake of coffee here. And this stuff is so strong, it has been known to cause heart palpitations. So unless you have quite the tolerance, watch your intake. We're going to move right back into medical science right now. And this is about a new weapon in the arsenal to fight glioblastoma. It's a cancer of the brain where you have an inoperable tumor in the brain or a very hard to operate tumor on your brain. It's a very aggressive tumor and it's really, really, really hard to take care of. Well, here's a new weapon. It's called the Optune device. And what it is a cap that goes over your head and attaches to electrodes that are glued to your scalp. It's then hooked up to a battery pack and it puts electromagnetic waves through the tumor to keep it from dividing. What it does is it charges the proteins in the tumor, so when the cell tries to divide, it can't, it slows the growth, and it even kills some of the cells. And while it's not a cure, it is a very effective tool at extending life, and it's very helpful when combined with chemotherapy and radiation treatment. They found that a patient wearing this cap, 2 times the amount live past 5 years compared to the ones that don't. It's also found to be very effective in stopping regrowth after operations on the tumor. Now, this is a relatively new technology. The FDA just approved it to be used with the other treatments in 2015. Cancer Centers of America do advocate for the use of this, so that's pretty good. That's a pretty good cancer treatment group. And as the technology grows and as we move into the future here, all I can see is this getting even better and better. And maybe one day this would be an effective way to stop brain tumors. I'm going to wrap this up with a little bit of car news. Now, this car isn't that spectacular. It's not something cool. It's a little grocery getter. They only give you one engine option. It is the Yaris IA. It's made by Toyota. And like I said, it's a little 4-door grocery getting machine. It starts around $16,000. And they claim it's pretty much a full package. The only options they even give you are the ability to put a spoiler on it, a couple little tags that go on like your door sills or on your trunk. They do option in an armrest, which is odd. I thought all cars pretty much came with an armrest. That is an option in this. But the extended option packages are what's really cool. They have stuff like the full trim package, which gives you a $25 gift card to go get a haircut. They have the meme package, which is free, and they give you a disc of all the best memes of 2016. The convertible package gives you a couch with a pull-out bed. They have a great outdoors package, which they will stream you a stream of a stream to your tablet. Yeah, that's right. And they even say in there that, water's included, rocks are included, animals may be included, but not guaranteed. For a $100,000 collector's package, they will give you a case to put your car in. It's amazing. It's a wooden stand with a plexiglass box to cover your car up. Keep that new car smell forever. The biggest and best package is over $23 million, and it is called the Deluxe Package. This comes with a private jet. I mean, for $23 million, you're buying a private jet anyway. But if you buy a Yaris, you can do this option and get a private jet with your car. Now, realistically, this isn't a real package or anything, although they can truly be bought. There's disclaimers for them and everything. They are actually options. But realistically, you want a $100,000 case for your car, go commission one to be made and it'd be a lot cheaper. It's a promotion, but it's a pretty original one at that. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me. Remember, if you like what I do, your friends might too. So go ahead and share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to. Every little bit helps. And as always, I'm here Monday through Friday, bringing you the most interesting news I can find around the net. Today's Monday, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe.